Good day. Today I'll be talking prop firms again. I'll be sharing my prop firm journey that I've been on for 5 months now. I have not blown any of my two prop firm accounts yet, fortunately, and I have passed one challenge, which is this FX2 right here, and my FTMO challenge. I'm basically break even. So I'll be showing you a Google spreadsheets of my total returns per month on each account, the performance, and so forth after 5 months worth of trading. My FX2 account, this is the challenge that I have passed. So you can see the equity curve here. It was just a one-way streak up. I started the challenge on the 24th of November, and I passed the challenge in April, early April, April 4th. So that's about 4 months to pass that challenge. And now on my new account, on the funded account, you can see that this account is basically flat. It's down $20, something that I'll talk about soon. So the funded account is currently down $20. And for my FTMO account, this account is flat, and as you can see, it made a high of $10,300, and then we fell all the way down here, and I'll dive more into the statistics, what happened with this massive drawdown here and so forth. So that's my FTMO account. It's basically flat. You can come here, you can see that the consistency score is 90, but the stats overall, they're horrible. So the win rate here is 38%, profit factor is 1, which isn't that bad, and this improved. The profit factor was actually 0 like a month ago, so this is just improvement, which I'll be talking about soon, what I changed to get out of this massive drawdown here. And now I expect that my profit curve will steadily go up, and I will pass this challenge in, I'm going to say, about 3 months if I keep up the same consistent trading. So I'll be talking about that. So let's go to spreadsheet. So let's look at the FX2 account. What happened in the FX2 account and what I expect. So I started this challenge on November 24th. So these different columns, you have the starting balance. I just add deposit and withdrawals because when you pass a challenge, I kind of count that as a withdrawal. And then I have the P&L for each month, the ending balance, and then the return. But the main focus here is the percentage return for each month. So you can see that I started in November 2024, and this was late November, and the return was 0.64%. So I started this on the 24th of November. So this trading right here, this is probably about 2 trades that I took, and the return was 0.64%. And then in December, I had a 2% return month, which wasn't bad. That's about my average return monthly. And then in January, it started off the year poorly. So on my FX2 account, I was actually down 0.41% on my account, and that was $42. And then in February, I had a brilliant month in February, and the account was up 5.58%. So these type of returns, 5.5% return, these are outliers. I wish I could get a 5.5% return every month. Statistically speaking, I should be a billionaire if I'm able to do that. But as you know, well, for me and my trading, 5% return a month isn't something that you see often. So this month right here, it was a great month in trading. I'm not even sure what happened in February, but I think I got 2 amazing trade on the yen in February, and this is what really led to this 5.5% return. And then in March, I was basically flat, so we had 0.33% return in March. And then in April, this is when I passed the challenge, and my account was up 1.75% in April, but then on the funded account it fell to 1.45%. So that is why you can see the ending balance is $9,984, which if we go to FX2, the balance right here is 9,980, and this is because of the new month and whatever. But you can see that the balance here is basically the same as in Google spreadsheet here. So that was my performance on FX2. That was some great performance here. We'll soon look more in depth. In matter of fact, let's look at that now. In the summary for FX2, you can see that the current equity, well, as of April, the equity was $9,984. Now it's $9,980. The total return is 9.84%. So I got the 10% to pass the challenge, and then, as mentioned, I lost a few trades, which I'll talk about soon. Matter of fact, I'll talk about that now. So on my FX2 account, if we look at history, you can see that the first 3 trades, they were a loser. And these first 3 trades being 2 losers was because of Donald Trump. So these trades, as you can see, the date here is on the 9th, and this is when Donald Trump announced the pause on tariffs. So I was in a short on the Nikkei, and the pause, as you know, it led to a massive up move in risk assets. So I got stopped out of this, and because I use sell limit orders and not market execution, I had a sell limit on oil and a sell limit on USD JPY, and they got executed, and it resulted in 2 loss. So the start of this account did not go well, as I took 3 consecutive losses because of one Trump mention of a 90-day tariff pause. But you can see that after that, I went on a winning streak, even though I had 3 break evens here. Then I had 2 losses, and then now I have, well, basically 1 winner. These 2 are break even. So at the moment, the FX2 account is just down $20. As you can see, I have 2 orders on at the moment, which is a long on AUD JPY, which is about to get filled, and what else, a long on Nasdaq. But I'll do my market analysis a bit later. But I just wanted to show that, to give some context as to why I'm currently down on the month on the FX2, but it's down only 0.2% or so. So yeah. And next we look at FTMO, which is a complete different ballpark. So with FTMO, my plan for FTMO was I would be a bit more aggressive, you know. So I was like, okay, FTMO, I'm going to be aggressive. I'm going to pass this challenge fast. I'm going to get some 4 or 5% return a month, and I'll just trade like I don't care. That was my goal for FTMO. And as you can see, this did not work. In February, I actually went on tilt and I lost 8% in February. That was $867. Mind you, February 2025, I lost 8% on my FTMO account. But on my FX2 account, in that same February, I made 5.5%. So my best month on my FX2 account is my worst month on FTMO, and that says a lot. And it's because of the strategy and approach that I took on FTMO. As mentioned, I just was planning on going really aggressive, you know, like just taking big risk. No, I did not take big risk. I always manage my risk, but I just took a lot of unnecessary trades because I was just aggressive, and I was like, I just want to pass this challenge. And then I quickly realized that this was not working out. So you can see that I started out, the first month was 0.5% return. Then I had a down month of 0.60. And then in January, I had an up month of 1.87 return. And then in February, this is when I decided that, hey, I need to change my approach. I need to trade more conservatively. I just decided basically to trade like my FX2 account, just slow and steady. That's how I trade. That's my strategy. So in February, after having this massive 8% down month, I decided to just change the strategy and just start trading normal. And then you can see in March we made a recovery, and I gained 1.5% in March. And then in April, that was last month, I had a 6% gain in April, which is my biggest percentage gain so far, as you can see here. So I decided to just change my strategy, start trading more conservatively instead of trading aggressive. And so far it has been working out well. Since I've decided to do that, I've had 2 positive months, which is a total of about almost 8% return. So I'll just continue to do that approach and see where it leads. And if we go to summary here, on FTMO, you can see that the current equity is 10,047. Well, the current equity as of April, we're now in May, and my equity has actually fell below 10k. And again, this was my mistake. So if you go in history, it was a sell on USD JPY. I should not have had a sell limit on USD JPY while I was going to bed and there was a BOJ meeting. So because I had the sell limit here and this was at 1 a.m. in the morning, I was not in front of the charts. I don't know why I did not cancel the sell limit order, and the sell limit got filled and I basically instantly got stopped out, and that was the first loss. That was a $53 loss. And you can see that I'm currently in two positions, both of which are losing. One is a gold, which is at about break even, and the other is oil, which is currently in some drawdown, which I entered this morning. So the FTMO, I have not made a really good start to the month, which is crazy because my first week is usually the best week of trading based on my historical data. I usually get the best returns in the first week and second week of the month. So far I've not started great, but it's no big deal. My risk is being managed, and I hopefully I can make a recovery. And you can see that the total return as of the latest month, which was April, was 0.48%, and the average monthly return is 0.18%, which is horrible because 0.18%, I'm underperforming the S&P. But as mentioned, this was because of the strategy that I was using before, where I was just being really aggressive, and obviously that did not work out. So I expect my average monthly return to increase as the numbers in the new strategy start to come about. So that's it, and the total PNL is $47. So yeah, that's about it for my prop firm trading for 5 months now. I've passed one challenge, currently in a funded 10k account, and my FTMO account is basically at about break even. I'm now using a new approach, the same approach that I used to pass this challenge, and we'll see where this ends. So I'll do an update like this every quarter. So every 3 months I'll do a quarterly update of my prop firm journey, just to show you guys my track record and my results and so forth of trading. But that's about it. That's my trading performance so far. Peace and trade safe.